Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Swift Motorsports butt kicker Ayer's iRacing paints ARCA Series fires things off for race number 6 here in season number 3 right here at Kentucky Speedway. Going to be a fast race tonight. Kentucky has been known to produce some very quick lap times. This 1.5 mile D-shaped oval nestled in, well, Sparta, Kentucky, just kind of outside of the mountain range there on the Blue Ridge Mountain side of things. Kentucky, beautiful country out there, horse racing central, if you will. There you can hear Jack Harlow, that's right, Louisville, Kentucky's very own Harlow with the music here tonight, so we do appreciate him making an appearance here at Kentucky Speedway. Look for a lot of great things coming out here tonight as drivers already out there on track putting in their qualifying times. Let's shoot you that information. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls here for Swift Motorsports. Kevin Burrows going to go top of the speed charts right now. He's got that 23 machine in that provisional pole. 31 quick time for Kevin Burrows. Lee Campbell just behind him. Ryan Branchew showing up in that turn 3 lime green here tonight. That 6 machine sits now in 4th as McGregor's going to go 3rd on the speed charts. Ethan Mokwa coming in taking a top 5 in his 11 machine. Still a handful of drivers yet to get out there and qualify. Darren Clement, Lee Staples, Donald Bennett, Gary Wells still yet to put in a time lap. We are 2.5 minutes into this 5-minute qualifying session. Does anybody have anything for Kevin Burrows? Let's see if anybody's out there on a time lap, and it doesn't look like anybody is at this point in time, so track's quiet out there. Sean Mitchell, Ethan Mokwa, they're going to be finishing up their time laps, as well as Noah Owens and Logan Hartman. Hartman sitting 11th on the speed charts right now. Looks like Donald Bennett in his 31 machine. He's going to go out and get onto the track, try to put down a fast lap here. Sean Mitchell's going to break inside your top 5. He's going to go with a 31.47 in the 65 machine. Going to break inside of that top 5. There you can see Donald Bennett in his 31 machine. He's going to cross the line this time by, believe that will be the green flag, the green flag lap here for Bennett as he begins his 2-lap qualifying attempts here. Lee Staples, Darren Clement, and Gary Wells still yet to put in their time laps. I do believe Wells is one of those, is one of the race control and admins here tonight, as well as Justin Gann. Gann joining us here tonight in the race control booth, going to keep all the drivers straight down there on the track. There you can see Bennett cutting the course a little bit short, getting right up next to the grass. He's only going to go 13th with his first time lap. He's going to have to pick up the pace. 32.18. That is quite a bit off. Back down the backstretch now for the 31 of Bennett. He'll enter turn 3. Gary Wells going to be in his time lap, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to actually put in a time. Less than 60 seconds remaining here tonight. Donald Bennett going to cross this line. Going to cross the line this time to end his qualifying session. He's going to go 11th on the speed charts, and I just don't think Gary Wells is going to make it around. Just about 30 seconds remaining, so Wells not going to be able to put in a time lapse. So pole position here tonight goes to the 23 of Kevin Burrows. Burrows has been rather hot as of late, winning your past 2 races here in the Swift Motorsports butt kicker Ayer's iRacing paints ARCA Series. Can Burrows make it 3 in a row and match Jason Branch on the race wins? We'll have to wait and see how all of that shakes out and finishes out tonight. But with that being said, race fans, we're going to break away for just a brief commercial break. Head down trackside for your national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Back trackside as the Jets fly over. We're ready to run down the starting order here in just a brief moment. Final few drivers making their way through pre-race inspection. So let's run down your championship standings coming into race number 6 here tonight for the Swift MotorSports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series here from Kentucky Speedway. Jason Branch leads Kevin Burrows, but only by 10 points. John Peel back there, 38 points back. Noah Owens, Larry Poling, David Cameron sitting right at about 53 points back. Lee Campbell, Todd McGregor, John McMillan Sr., Donald Bennett rounds out your top 10. Bennett a little bit on the outside looking in right now. 92 points back from Jason Branch, but Branch not in the field here tonight, so he's going to fall a little bit through your point standings heading in to the holiday break. That's right, a 2-week layoff here for Swift Motorsports. We're going to fire things back up in about 3 weeks at Talladega Super Speedway, and it looks like final few drivers are beginning to make their way to the starting grid here tonight. So you can hear those bells ringing in the background. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series race number 6 in season number 3 here at Kentucky Speedway for Swift MotorSports. Starting inside row number 1, pole position, the 23 of Kevin Burrows. Lee Campbell gonna line up just to his outside in the 14 machine. Todd McGregor back there in third. Sean Mitchell in the 65 machine. He's gonna line up outside of row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight, Ryan Branch in the 6 machine and the 11 of Ethan Mokwa. Noah Owens, John McMillan Sr. Gonna make up row number 4. Row number 5 here tonight, the 10 of David Cameron and the 76 of Ronald Brown. Looks like drivers ready to roll off of pit road. And my good buddy inside the pace car, Travis Smith, he wasn't ready to roll just yet, but nonetheless, field begins to roll off now. Ronald Brown will round out your top 10. Keystone Motorsports Kutztown, Pennsylvania's very own Donald Bennett going to bring that 31 turn 3 machine to the 11th starting position. The 15 of Logan Hartman going to line up just to his outside. Larry Poling right there going to start in the 13th position. Darren Clement, I believe, is race control, joining Justin Gann and Gary Wells. So Lee Staples in the 5 will line up in the 14th position and round out your field here tonight for race number 6 at Kentucky Speedway. Field going to catch up to the tail end of the pace car. Get ready to come around and get the green flag from Upstate Al. Once again in the flag stand here tonight. iRacing Ford Mustang pace car lights are off. We're ready to go. Green flag racing for the first time here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And if you haven't already, well, you know the drill. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell on the right-hand side. Here we go. Field off of turn 4. We're set to drop it here tonight on the gas. Green flag flies at Kentucky Speedway. Burrows gets off to a good start. Todd McGregor right there. Lee Campbell, Ryan Branchew, Sean Mitchell gonna stay in that 5th position for the time being. Looks like the 6 of Ryan Branchew having a little bit of connection issues. A little bit of blinking action out of that 6 for the time being. Lee Campbell falling backwards through the field. He's getting passed by all sorts of drivers already early here tonight. The 14 seems to have trouble. Gonna drop all the way back, 7th spot. He's in danger of losing another as Donald Bennett in the 31 machine. There you can see Bennett. He's making his way up to the tail end, and he's gonna look to take that spot away as well. Campbell looks like he's got the car back under him now, running a little bit quicker. Had to settle in there after a little bit of a blink action out of Ryan Branchew. Stacked him up for just a moment. We're on the backstretch of lap number 2 here out of the 105 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Kevin Burrows walking away already with a half a second advantage. Todd McGregor with a half a second advantage over Ryan Branchew. There you can see Branchew trying to go to the outside of Sean Mitchell. It's not going to work. Still having some magic, man. Now you see him, now you don't. Houdini with the disappearing act. The great house, number 6 of Ryan Branchew, seems to sort itself out now as they head down the back stretch. Branchew will slot in the 4th position. Ethan Moqua has John McMillan Sr. all over him. The 88 of Noah Owens not very far off. Owens sitting good here in the point standings. He's sitting right at around, I do believe, the 4th position coming into tonight's race. 44 points back from your points leader, Jason Branch, who is not here tonight. And that's going to break up a little bit of a hot streak for Branch, as he has finished in the top 5 in every race so far this season. Not here tonight, so obviously cannot finish in the top 5. Can Kevin Burrows keep his top 5 streak alive? Back-to-back race winning weekends. Can Burrows make it a three-peat and tie Jason Branch with the season wins? We'll have to wait to see how it all unfolds. Still a long way to go. 100 laps left here tonight. Burrows already out to a 1-second advantage, so we'll jump around the track just a little bit, see if we can't find a few of the battles. Donald Bennett right here closing back in on the 14. Gotta be careful, though, because the 5 of Lee Staples, here he comes. I do believe we have a few of the onboard camera shots here tonight. There's an onboard camera shot overlooking the 5 of Lee Staples. He's going to try to run down that 31 of Donald Bennett a little bit further up through the field. Noah Owens in that 88. He's looking for a spot on John McMillan Sr. Yet another onboard camera shot. Great camera work here, and check this one out. Going to be able to look back at John McMillan Sr. as the 88 of Noah Owens goes to the inside. He'll take the spot by the time they cross the line. Lap number 7 now underway. Tina David Cameron kind of in no man's land right now, sitting in that 8th position. You can see back behind him Donald Bennett, Lee Staples, Lee Campbell. They're all packed up with each other. 3-car train all rolling as Bennett and Staples make their way by that 14 of Campbell. And now Staples looks to the inside of Bennett. Looks like he's got some pace inside that 5 machine after starting tail end of the field. That's right, Shotgun Sally. Staples up 6 spots already. Close battle here. That's for spots just inside of your top 10. Close battles right around that 3rd and 4th position still between Sean Mitchell and Ryan Branchew. Every now and again looks like Branchew still having some of those connection issues, having a few blinks every now and again. This seems to have sorted itself out. This battle has seemed to have sorted itself out. So we'll jump to this battle between the 11 of Ethan Mokwa and the 88 of Noah Owens. They'll go side by side out of turn number 4. Still side by side with the 51 of Big Mac, John McMillan Sr. Sitting well here. John Sr. is inside of the top 10 in the overall point standings, running in the 7th position right now. He's going to gain a little bit of ground up there on Jason Branch, but with Kevin Burrows with control of this race, down just 10 points coming into tonight's race, Burrows looks to take that championship lead heading in to the holiday layoff here for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. Moakwood gonna try to stick it to the high side, keep that 5th position, but it's not gonna work out. Noah Owens gonna take the inside lane. He'll take the 5th spot. Branchew still having some of those blinking issues. This is one of the closest battles on the track. Now Lee Staples getting by Donald Bennett just the last time around. Now Bennett gonna get back by Staples. They'll continue to swap that spot. And I tell you what, we'll jump back and watch that battle for just a brief moment between Bennett and Staples, side by side through turns 1 and 2. Staples gonna have the advantage, but a big run off of turn 2. Bennett looks to take that 9th spot back away. They swap it once again. My gosh, can this Pennsylvania native get his car a little further up through the running order? Sits in 10th, looking for more. They're slowly closing in on David Cameron. I say they because this man right here, Lee Staples, he has fired off well here tonight. 13 laps into tonight's race, he's already made up 7 positions on the track. That's about 1 spot every 2 laps. So Staples on his way to the front. And I do believe we have an onboard camera shot, so why don't we go to our Butt Kicker onboard camera here. Let's ride around the track with Lee Staples. Staples with a good run. Car looks nice and smooth. You don't see a lot of pull on that wheel. Just about, well, not even at a 45-degree angle yet. Getting into turn 3 and 4. Comes out, and he's going to look to close in on those drivers battling just off in front of him. Ethan Mokwa as well as Noah Owens and John McMillan Sr. will jump to the onboard camera here with Noah Owens as he's leading John McMillan Sr. Senior not too far off of him. Can Owens catch up to Mogwa sitting in that 5th spot? Back outside the car, we'll watch that battle as they head side by side back to the stripe, crossing the line. Gonna begin lap number 16 out of the 105 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. When will we see those green flag pit stops? I know the full load for the Cup cars, you can get about 55 laps in. I'm not sure about these ARCA Menard Series cars. I would venture to say somewhere in the 30 to 40 lap range is what I'm going to go with. If anybody out there in the chat in TV land's got any inside information, we'll take it. And how about this? Todd McGregor, he has slowly run down that 23 of Kevin Burrows. Burrows had over a 1 second gap, and that has since dissipated. Ken, the driver that came into tonight on the hot streak, walking away with the pole position here tonight. Can he take over the points lead and keep Todd McGregor behind him here tonight? We'll have to wait to see if that shakes out the way that Burrows is hoping it does. Hoping to capitalize on Jason Branch not being here tonight. Branch getting one extra week with his vacation here on the Swift Motorsports Butt Kickers Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. And look at McGregor hug that bottom lane. Man, he is still getting the job done, and he's going to take the spot by the time they get to the line. New race leader here tonight. First lead change amongst two different leaders here tonight. Todd McGregor takes the top spot away from your pole sitter, and he's already stepped out to almost a 3-car length advantage by the time they get back to turn number 3. McGregor looks to pull away. Back to another battle on track. Noah Owens, John McMillan Sr., as well as Lee Staples has joined this party. Battling 6th, 7th, 8th on the speedway. You might as well go ahead and throw Donald Bennett into that one because he is right there as well, not too far off. Lee Campbell back behind him. All three of those drivers, Staples, Bennett, and Campbell, able to make their way by the 10 of David Cameron. Cameron gonna drop 2 spots from where he started tonight's race after moving forward on the initial drop of the green flag. Cameron has fallen backwards. Whoa, and after falling backwards through the field, the 14 of Lee Campbell close to that outside wall there just behind Donald Bennett in the Campbell in his 14 machine. He's down still 8 spots from where he started tonight's race, but slowly starting to make his way back through the field. Restart or initial start of the race, a little bit of trouble for Campbell getting up through the gears is what we were hearing. Heard the car jumped out of gear there in turn number 1, caught him off guard just a little bit. He was able to recover, lost a ton of ground, but now making it up side by side racing action as the 5 goes to the high side. Lee Staples looks to take that spot away from Big Mac John McMillan Sr. in that iRacing sponsored ARCA Menard Series machine. Staples to the high side. Bennett gonna follow him through. Bennett's gonna make the pass now on John McMillan Sr., who's gonna drop back to the 9th position. Bennett now a little further into the top 10. He sits in 8th, but how about Lee Staples? Another spot on track. He's gonna knock on the door of the top 5 here very soon. Not very far off in front of Staples there. You can see Bennett tucked in behind him, but that's Noah Owens in the 88 machine. Owens running in the 6th position. As we still got battles back here towards the mid-pack. We've got battles at the front still. Todd McGregor out to just a half a second advantage. There you can see that 23 of Kevin Burrows just off in the distance. We'll take a look at him real fast. Can he make it back up to McGregor and challenge him before the round of green flag pit stops begin? As we cross the line this time by 25 laps on the board here tonight out of the 105 scheduled in the official race distance here in race number 6 of season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Kevin Burrows may have had a little bit of trouble there A little bit slow off of turn number 2. That's going to allow Ryan Branchew to close in. Branchew now within 0.3 of a second. He's going to look to the inside, trying to make a little bit of time up. Burrow's going to block that move for the time being. They'll stack up once again, heading to turn 1. Crazy good battles out there all over the track. Lap number 26 out of the 105 scheduled in the official race distance. Leaders across the line to begin lap 27, this time by 31 of Bennett. Contact between Noah Owens and Lee Staples. Slight contact, but will it be enough damage model on these ARCA cars? You gotta be careful. You can blow the tires here in these things. Staples gonna go to the high side. Noah Owens to the bottom. Bennett looking for a way around, looking for a few more spots here tonight. And there you can see down on the ticker, you can follow along with the point standings here each and every week. Check the scroller down there on the bottom for your convenience. Not only do we have great sponsor information for you down there, we've also got some upcoming events as well as season winners, your point standing. So a lot of great information coming across that scroll bar. Keep that on your radar, but more importantly, keep Lee Staples on your radar, because he is on an absolute tear, up 9 positions now from where he started tonight's race. Shotgun on the field, basically last driver in that 14th starting position. Staples, man, I tell you what, he is on it. Todd McGregor steps away from Kevin Burrows. What has happened to Kevin Burrows as we watch this battle unfold between the 88 of Noah Owens, Lee Staples, and Donald Bennett? Kevin Burrows struggling, not too far off in front of them. Tell you what, we're going to jump up here real quick. Take a look at this 23 machine. He is struggling now, over 4.5 seconds back from your race leader. He was the fastest on the track. What has happened to that 23? Try to get a little bit closer, see if we can't see the sheet metal on that 23 of Kevin Burrows, and everything looks straight on. Is Chevy Impala, Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series machine. So maybe playing a little fuel strategy here, maybe playing a little game with the field. Kevin Burrows sits in 4th. The 11 of Ethan Mokwa is closing in now. That's going to be a battle for a spot inside the top 5. Can Mokwa get by? Noah Owens not too far back from them. Donald Bennett getting by the 5 of Lee Staples now, as Staples drops back to 8th. Take a look back once again at this battle unfolding for, it looks like 6th, 7th, and 8th on the speedway. Noah Owens, Donald Bennett, and Lee Staples still stacked up with each other. Big Mac, John McMillan Sr., not too far off of them. He's been hanging out right there with this 3-car pack for quite some time. Field down the back stretch and back into turn number 3 on lap number 32. Cross the stripe. This time by for lap number 33. Still side by side. Bennett not able to pull off the pass just yet. How about Noah Owens hanging it to the high side and keeping it wound up, keeping the position for now? When will that inside lane prevail for Bennett? He is chewing up those tires, and I don't know, maybe that might be some of the strategy that Kevin Burrows is going with here. He may have something up his sleeves. Keep your eye on pit road, as we are now 34 laps into tonight's 105 lap event. Bennett gonna secure that spot from Noah Owens. Now that 31 just outside of your top 5. Ronald Brown in the 76 machine. He's gonna go ahead and break for pit road. Larry Poling in the 69 still out there on the track. 32 seconds back Race leader Todd McGregor not too far off of him. Take a look up here with that 71 real quick as we are closing in on those green flag pit stops. And yes, Sean Mitchell, Kevin Burrows, and Lee Staples all pulled a pit lane this time by. So how about that? Dave in the Cave calling it right around 35 to 40 laps. I believe I said it. And right there they go. Lap number 35. 4 drivers down onto pit road. When will McGregor bring that 71 down? Will he extend the run? Try to catch all of these drivers a lap down. And if he can do that and do that before lap number 50, my gosh, talk about having an advantage. Donald Bennett and John McMillan Sr. going to come to pit road this time by. They'll give up the track position for fresh tires and fuel. Sean Mitchell and Kevin Burrows going to rejoin the track. Back up to speed is Lee Staples as well. And could this be the night that we see a third race winner here so far through 5 races? We have only had 2 different race winners. Jason Branch went on a 3-peat to begin season number 3. Jason Branch clicking him off, got hot there for those first 3 races, but the man with the hot shoe as of late, back-to-back race winning weeks here in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. Kevin Burrows in the 23 machine. Can he get back to victory lane? Looks like McGregor gonna peel for pit road this time by. Noah Owens, Ryan Branchew, and David Cameron to pit road last time by. Lee Campbell gonna pull himself to pit road as well. Sean Mitchell, how about this? First driver to hit pit road in that 65, and he will gain control over the race here through the round of green flag pit stops. He's got a 1-second advantage over Kevin Burrows. Ryan Branchew, Lee Staples right behind them. Here comes Donald Bennett, full song, trying to close in on Staples. McGregor down and away, up to speed. Can he get it up and going before Sean Mitchell or Kevin Burrows can get to him? Out of turn 2, joining the backstretch, getting up to speed, and Burrows is gonna gain on this green flag pit stop. Sean Mitchell, the big winner so far, gained a ton of track position. Mitchell sits in the top spot. That's going to be our 3rd different race leader of the night second lead change amongst 3 different drivers here tonight. Kevin Burrows and Todd McGregor right there, 2nd and 3rd on the speedway. You can see him just behind that 65. What's happened through the rest of the field? Donald Bennett has been able to crack in to the top 5 through the round of green flag pit stops, but again, I cannot say enough about this driver right here. He's all alone right now. No man's land, if you will. He's got a 1.7 second advantage over Donald Bennett and is about 3.5 seconds behind your final podium spot. Lee Staples up 12 spots now into 4th. Can he get the step tire? Chevy Impala, but Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series machine up into a podium spot. We'll have to wait to see how it all plays out. How about the battle for 2nd right now between Kevin Burrows and Todd McGregor? They'll switch 2nd back and forth a handful of times as McGregor gonna take that spot now with 3-lap fresher tires. We should see the pace pick up just a little bit for that 71. three-way tango at the front. This trio of ARCA Menard Series drivers have been mixing it up, swapping positions over the course of the last few laps. Todd McGregor and Kevin Burrows going at it with each other. They're going to sort that out for second and third, but they're going to close in now on that 65 of Sean Mitchell. Mitchell was outside of your top five before the round of green flag pit stops, but sorry, got a little distracted. Looks like the grammar not too good about whoever's typing stuff into the ticker. Caught me off guard just a little bit there. Lap number 45 now underway. Sean Mitchell still leads Todd McGregor, Kevin Burrows, but how about the 10 of David Cameron? He's been able to close in on them. He's 3 laps down here after trouble on pit road. Looks like pit road police popped him with a speeding penalty here tonight. So Cameron had a long stay on the pit road. He's going to come out. He's 3 laps down, trying to get himself back just 2 laps down and hope we see a caution at some point to try to make up a little bit more ground. And as these drivers slowly creep to the halfway point here tonight, if you haven't already, race fans, join us in the push to 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube. That's right. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. And how about that? McGregor not stopping by and playing, hanging out. He's going to take the top spot away from Sean Mitchell, and Burrows is going to follow him right on through. So as we were saying, if you haven't already, drop these drivers that thumbs up. Great racing action here all week long on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 7 days a week, you can get your racing fix. Just head on over here. Click that subscribe and smash the bell, and I promise you won't be disappointed at all. Burrows trying to catch up to McGregor, who is a little bit sideways coming out of turn number 2. This is your closest battle on the track, so we'll stay right here for the time being. Todd McGregor going to cross the line. He'll begin lap 49 here tonight, and he has reassumed the race lead multiple laps ago, so that's going to be our 3rd different lead change of the night amongst 3 different drivers. Can he keep your pole sitter? 23 of Kevin Burrows behind him. As we do begin to close in on that halfway point, we're going to take a small, brief commercial break, but you won't miss any of the action as we stay right here track side. We'll go swift side by side. trackside as promised, not missing any of the action as we look back from the A pillar at that 23 of Kevin Burrows. There you can see just behind them, they've started to gap Sean Mitchell, who's dropped 1.7 seconds back now, slowly losing the speed. He's going to lose those top two drivers, and we are gapped up through the field except right here at the front. So why don't we go ahead, run down some of your driver highlights and spotlights here tonight. Why don't we run down and begin with your top five, your current race leader, the 71 of Todd McGregor, taking the top spot early here tonight, grabbing it, controlling the race. Gave up the top spot there during the green flag pit stops, has since taken it back and has begun to step away from the field. Todd McGregor leads by a half a second. McGregor leading this man, sitting in the second position, the 23 of Kevin Burrows, working his way off of turn 2 down and around some back markers. There you can see David Cameron in the 10 also running right behind him. So we'll move a little further on back. Sean Mitchell gonna bring his 65 machine in that Blues die-cast Chevy Impala, running in a podium spot. Lee Staples, the man of the race right now, biggest mover of the race, up 12 positions from where he started tonight's race, and Staples sits in fourth. How about Donald Bennett, Kutztown, Pennsylvania's very own Turn 3 Racing Network, Bromley Designs, Simbox, sponsored Keystone Motorsports driver, getting the job done, slotting inside the top 5. Bennett running well here tonight. He may be able to improve through the point standings and break out of that final spot in the top 10. He has kind of been right there around that 10th points spot all season long. Bennett had a great race going last week. Unfortunately, had a late race spin, and that relegated him towards the rear end of the field. But now Bennett recovering and rounds out your top 5. A little further back through the field, how about this man right here in the Ayer's iRacing Paints number 51 machine? Big Mac John McMillan Sr. looks to close in on the driver running in the 6th spot. Noah Owens just a half a second in front, and Ethan Mokwa in the 11 after running well here in that initial green flag run. Mokwa has dropped back to the 8th spot. Close little battle here between the 11 and the 51. Mokwa gonna go to the high side. He'll look to keep the car wound up and does a good job of it. He'll take that 7th position away from John McMillan Sr., who's gonna fall back to 8th. He'll be running right where he started tonight's race. John McMillan Sr. sits in 8th. Only other battle on the track is the battle just in front of John McMillan Sr., and that's between Noah Owens and Ethan Mokwa. They'll go nose to tail here once again as the field makes their way around the track. Lap number 61 gonna begin here very shortly as your leader gets ready to cross the line. Gap at the front of the field starting to get a little smaller, and oh, just like that, it jumped back up. Excuse me, jumped back up over a 1 second advantage, almost out now to a 1.5 second advantage for Todd McGregor. Kevin Burrows closed the gap, but Burrows having a little bit of a moment. He'll give up some time here. Excuse me. That gap now growing big time, almost to 1.6 seconds for Todd McGregor. Kevin Burrows struggling about, well, we're just about on the cusp of those green flag pit stops. Once again, drivers were on the pit road back at lap number 34 here tonight. So look for them to be on the pit road here in the next 5 to 7 laps, I should say. And we'll continue to watch this battle in the back of the pack as we've got gaps at the front. This is your closest battle on the speedway. Noah Owens, Ethan Mokwa, and John McMillan Sr. duking it out. 6th, 7th, and 8th on the track. Fine run here tonight for all of the drivers. We have been clean and green since the drop of the green flag here tonight. 64 laps now go on the board out of the 105 scheduled in tonight's official race distance here for race number 6 in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. And these drivers, well, I do believe last week there was, I'm thinking about 3 cautions last week we have known and have seen in the past races the past few weeks. And even into last season, these ARCA Menard Series drivers like to set the bar for the week for the Swift Motorsports umbrella of series that they've got here. 4 different series in Swift Motorsports. And these ARCA Menard Series machines kick it off each and every Monday night right here on your home for everything Swifts. That's Turn 3 Racing Network. Glad you could join us here tonight. As always, race fans, Dave in the Cave with the calls from the trackside. Noah Owens going to go down the backstretch, losing a little bit of ground now. He was right there battling with Ethan Mokwa. He's since dropped a spot to John McMillan Sr. Noah Owens runs in the 8th position now. Lee Staples going to lose a spot to Donald Bennett as Bennett going to break into the 4th spot and look for a podium here tonight. And you know what, race fans, something that's been on our minds here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, those of you that know us, those of you that know our group, you know, just about a month or 2 ago, our good friend Roger went down to Bristol Motor Speedway, had a little bit of an incident is what we'll call it, and unfortunately some well, unexpected expenses and bills stemming from that, some medical expenses and bills out there for Roger. And just earlier this past week on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we had ourselves a charity event, raised a good bit of money for Roger to help him out with some of those bills and expenses as he's been out of work due to those issues that incident is how we'll refer to it once again. So this week and for the next few weeks, we're going to have that description down there for you. A link. Click on that GoFundMe link. Head on over and help a fellow brother in broadcasting, not just for myself, but multiple different networks reaching out to Roger for time to time. Roger is very well known across the iRacing platform. So if you've got a moment, if you got a dime, maybe even $1, drop on through the description down there. Click on the link for the GoFundMe page and help us. Help a man that's helped all of us, really, and put me where I am on the map here today. So do owe a lot of my success to Roger and everything that he does back behind the scenes here at the Turn 3 Racing Network. So there again, while you're here, while you're at it, race fans here in TV land, why don't you drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell, but don't forget to scroll down in the description and click on that GoFundMe link. Every little bit helps. Every little bit goes directly to Roger and his family to help them out. And they're, I don't want to say hard time, but you can just imagine. Second round of green flag pit stops now underway. Kevin Burrows brings his 23 machine down. Sean Mitchell going to follow him. Ethan Moqua, John McMillan Sr. to pit road as well. Donald Bennett came to pit road the lap prior. He is already down, away, and heading off of pit road. He is going to fall one lap down here during this green flag pit cycle, but Bennett looking to pull the undercut here. Todd McGregor's going to come to pit road as well. What will Noah Owens do? Will he stay out and lead a lap here tonight? Or will he go ahead and bring that 88 machine down to pit road? And looks like he is not slow, so he's going to continue around. He'll take the top spot. That's going to be our fourth different lead change amongst four different leaders here tonight as we work our way around this 1.5 mile D-shaped oval nestled in Sparta, Kentucky. Kentucky Speedway, the site for tonight and tomorrow night shows here for Swift Motorsports. That's right, you heard it right. Right here from Dave in the Cave, Swift Motorsports. Gonna fire off the Performance Truck Series here tomorrow night as well. Will Adam Pettit be able to capitalize and go back to back? We'll have to see if Pettit can pull it off. Pettit went to victory lane last week at Phoenix in the Performance Truck Series. Can he do it a second week in a row? Noah Owens gonna stay out on track a little bit longer here, extending this green flag pit cycle. There you can see Sean Mitchell listed off of the lead lap, but he is closing in and closing in fast. Todd McGregor, Kevin Burrows were able to keep themselves on the lead lap after their second round of green flag pit stops. Donald Bennett now going to close into getting himself back on the lead lap, sitting right now in the lucky dog position. Noah Owens going to bring his 88 machine to pit road. Finally going to end that long stretch of green flag running for him as the 14 of Lee Campbell going to pull off and head to pit road. That's going to put the lead back in the hands of this man right here. Todd McGregor looks for the race lead once again, looks to put the 69 Quaker State of Larry Poling down a third lap now, and is going to do so as they head off of turn number 2, and a big gain there for Kevin Burrows. He gained quite some time over Sean Mitchell, but Burrows just about a second back, dealing with the lap traffic. Can Burrows make his way by Campbell, and Owens still on pit road? Lee Campbell gonna get down in a way, but the 14 gonna lose a lap. Noah Owens also gonna lose a lap after running almost inside of the top 5 there. Owens extended the run and has given up a ton of time on pit road. He is just now down and away. Long stop in the box, and that can only mean one thing, race fans. Pit road police out in force, popping that 88 of Noah Owens here tonight. Looks like too fast entering for Owens. He'll drop off of the lead lap and through the running order. Closest battle on track, this one right here between the 11 of Ethan Moqua and the 51 of John McMillan Sr. Big Mac trying to close in, trying to grab a spot away. Can he get the job done here tonight, or will he find himself outside of your top 5? And we just spoke about Moqua being down through the field, almost one lap down, and look at this. Now, back inside the top 5, the 11's running strong once again late in the run. late in the race, I should say, early in the green flag run here. They'll close in on the 10 of David Cameron. Cameron listed multiple laps down here tonight. Also 3 laps down with Lee Campbell and Larry Poling. Logan Hartman scored 2 laps down, while Noah Owens, first driver off of the lead lap in that lucky dog position. We started tonight's race with 14 drivers. We have still got 12 out there on the track, but just 7 left on the lead lap. And how about Lee Staples? He has had a phenomenal run here tonight from the rear of the field. We'll go check out this 5, but he is 23 seconds behind your race leader now. Staples was inside your top 5. It just looks like the long run speed just not there for that 5 machine. He has dropped all the way back to 7th now. Still a net gain of 9 positions here tonight. So still a solid run making up positions here tonight for that 5 of Staples. But I'm sure he would like to make up those 9 seconds that John McMillan Sr. has on him as McMillan and Mokwa continue to go at it. Kevin Burrows still just about a half a second off of your race leader timing and scoring over there on the left-hand side, just a tick behind as far as your intervals are concerned. 0.3 of a second race lead now for McGregor over Burrows as we are under 25 to go. 24 last time around for your race leaders. Todd McGregor, he's under fire. Here comes Burrows. Late in the race has he been saving all race long with 24 laps to go. Burrows looks to take that top spot back. McGregor having none of it for the time being. Now is the time to push. Hearing it on the radio. Push, push, push. Go get him. Is what the spotter was saying just moments ago in Kevin Burrows' ear. And he's going to pull out, look for the inside. No. Going to go back to that mid lane here through turns 3 and 4. The 71 of McGregor going to get about a 0.3 of a second race lead once again as they make their way back off of turn 4, back across the stripe. 22 to go. Race leaders off of turn 2 down the back stretch. They'll head back to turn number 3. Down into the corner. Ooh, a little bit sideways there for McGregor. Burrows gonna capitalize. He'll gain on the outside lane, looking for the top spot. Can Burrows get it done? Not quite yet. Tell you what, why don't we jump on board? We do got an overhead camera shot, I do believe, on board with that 23 of Kevin Burrows as he tries to take that top spot back. And as we cross the line this time by to have just 20 laps to go, join us out there in TV land on the push to 2,000 subscribers on the YouTube side of things. While you're here, drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every time you stop by, whether you're a fan, friend, family, maybe even a sponsor, or just happen to stumble on by, we do appreciate you stopping in, checking in with us here tonight. Great racing action by the Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series drivers as we still ride along here. Overhead camera shot from that 23 of Kevin Burrows. He's trying to take that top spot away. He's got a run off of 2. He'll look to the inside. Looking to the inside in turn 3, the 23 on the bottom, wrapping it right around that yellow line, but McGregor keeps it wound up at the top. High side and handsome, getting the job done here tonight. Man, I tell you what, some late racing action here. It looked like there for a moment that Todd McGregor was going to kind of walk off into the sun here late in the race, but no, not having any of it. Kevin Burrows just kind of hung out, and then boom, right there at the end. Where did he come from? Todd McGregor with a mirror full once again, going back down into turn number 1. Kevin Burrows not quite able to get there. Big gaps back through the field, the rest of the pack. So we're going to stay right here with the battle for the race lead. Closest battle on the track. Back 5 seconds behind them, you'll find the 65 of Sean Mitchell. He'll round out your podium spots. Donald Bennett right there, 3 seconds back. Burrows has the advantage on the bottom. Big run off of 4 for McGregor, but Burrows gonna cross the line, take the top spot once again here tonight. So that's gonna give us 5 different lead changes amongst 4 different race leaders. Make that, oh, well, will we get it? Will we get it? No, not an official lead change yet. Not till we get back to the line. Burrows gonna keep it down on the bottom. McGregor trying to crowd him just a little bit still. About a half a car length separate them. That gap will close up off of turn 4 back to the front stretch. Who's gonna have it at the line? Looks like inside. It's gonna go back to the hands of Todd McGregor, switching and swapping the top spot. The drivers that sat in the top 2 spots on the starting grid, they'll go back and forth at it. Burrows with the advantage back down into turn 3. Can he keep the spot and grab the race lead back at the line with just 14 laps to go this time? Burrows gonna clear. McGregor look for the crossover. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. So that's our 7th different lead change of the night. Burrows, your pole sitter, goes back to the point. Man, what a crazy race this has been. As we said, it looked like Kevin Burrows was just kind of fading away there. Maybe playing a little bit of possum here in Kentucky. Sean Mitchell, your final driver inside your podium positions right there in the 65 machine. He's sitting kind of in no man's land here. 5 seconds back from Todd McGregor. 3, almost 4 seconds now in front of Donald Bennett. So Mitchell right there, kind of like we said, in no man's land. Very lonely race as we cross the line. 12 laps to go. Let's run down your final driver highlights and spotlights here tonight. Top spot once again, your pole sitter takes back control of the race. Kevin Burrows gonna lead the field back down the backstretch in the top spot. Todd McGregor in the 71 machine, after leading a ton of laps here tonight, gonna lose that top spot to Kevin Burrows, and McGregor now runs in second. A little bit ways back on through the field, you can find the 65 of Sean Mitchell. He's 5 seconds back, running in the 3rd position. Donald Bennett back in 4th, up 7 spots from where he started tonight's race. Bennett having a great race here tonight. He sits in 4th. Final driver inside of your top 5, that's the 11 machine right there of Ethan Mokwa on screen. He'll look to the inside of the 69 of Larry Bowling. Bowling in the Quaker State machine, down multiple laps here tonight, down 3 laps to be exact. And Mokwa's going to make his way by, and he'll keep trying to truck down Donald Bennett. He's got 3 seconds to make up, but we're still going to highlight this man right here, falling off the pace just a little bit. Almost 1 lap down, or actually now listed as the first driver 1 lap down with 10 to go. 9 when we cross the line this time by Lee Staples. Great run here tonight, knocked on the door of a top 5, has since given up a little bit of ground, a little bit of speed, but the 5 runs in the 7th position, up 9 spots from where he started tonight's race. That is one heck of a run. Drivers that are out of tonight's race, Ryan Branchew, Ronald Brown, both the 6 and the 76 had some trouble here tonight. There you can see them multiple laps down here tonight. As a matter of fact, just showing them as out of the race. Looks like, well, upwards of about 70 laps or so down is what those two drivers are going to finish the night at. And how about Kevin Burrows turning on the jets when it is time to go? Burrows grabbed the top spot away, battled with McGregor for about 5 laps, swapping that top spot. He has since grabbed it and stepped away. 7-10 car advantage. Heading back across the stripe, he'll lead the field now by 0.8 of a second. Nothing to worry about. Looks like clean and clear out of the cockpit of your race leader, Kevin Burrows. Will jump on board here for just a brief moment, and that is a beautiful sight. Late in the race, 7 laps to go, 6 when we cross the line this time. Nobody in your windshield. Way up there, you can see just off in the distance 2 more cars, and I do believe, no, Ethan Mokwa not quite back that far. John McMillan Sr., Big Mac in the 51 machine, not far enough back to have to worry about going a lap down. They're about a half a lap back, but they do not have to worry about falling victim to your race leader as Todd McGregor. He is losing pace and losing pace fast. McGregor dropping 1.2 seconds back as they cross the line that time by Upstate Owl in the flag stand. Gonna get a little action. He's gonna give the hi, how are ya? 5 to go to your race leader, Kevin Burrows. Back down the back stretch once again. Burrows continues to build that gap. Back across the stripe, 4 laps to go for your race leader. No real battles on the track. Everybody gapped up. You can see, follow along over there on the left-hand side of your screen. 1.5 seconds back to second and 5.4 seconds from McGregor to Sean Mitchell running in that final podium spot. And then another 5 seconds back to your 4th place runner, Donald Bennett. Ethan Mokwa in the 11, another 4 seconds back from that. John McMillan Sr. has since lost some pace as well. He's now 2.8 seconds back from Mokwa. Staples needs a lap back, but it doesn't look like he's going to get it. Down through turn number 2, back down the back stretch. We'll head to turn 3 this time around. Al gonna give the popsicle sticks to your race leader, your pole sitter here tonight, Kevin Burrows. Popsicle sticks, 2 laps to go here from Kentucky. It was a heavyweight slugfest for the top spot between Kevin Burrows and Todd McGregor all race long. Burrows had it at the beginning as the white flag flies. Upstate Owl gonna bring it out this time. Final lap here from Kentucky. Burrows and McGregor went at it. Burrows dropped back through the pretty much the middle portion to the late end of tonight's race. Turned on the jets. Took the top spot, and he has stepped away to a 2-second race advantage. Back into turn 3 for the final time tonight. Burrows, 1 more corner to go. He sees the line. Checkered flag in hand, in the air, and now belongs to that 23 of Kevin Burrows. He'll go to victory lane here. It's a three-peat for the 23 Burrows, winning 3 weeks in a row, setting himself up for a great holiday season. What a job done here tonight by your pole sitter, your race winner, Kevin Burrows. McGregor gonna finish second, Mitchell back in third, Bennett in fourth, and Moqua rounds out your top five. What a run here tonight by that 23 machine. As we said, the pace was there late in the race. He took control, stepped away. Now he's gonna give us a smoke show, burn it down in that 23 machine. And with that being said, race fans, we're gonna step away for just a brief commercial break, get things set up for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And back trackside as drivers begin to celebrate their nights here tonight. On board camera right there, you can see, taking a look at the driver making around the track. That's the 65. Let's see if we can't catch in and have a word with the driver that walked away with a podium spot here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up the driver in that 65. Sean Mitchell, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy? Well, first and foremost, you got Harrison up here in the Discord. So, do you want to go by Sean or Harrison, or what would you like? All right. Well, Harrison, heck of a run out there tonight, walking away with a podium. What was your strategy and how did you pull that off? Well, a very clean race for you and the 65 crew. A clean race all night long. We went clean and green all night. Is that what you and your crew expected here tonight from Kentucky? Did you expect to see those long green flag runs the way that we did? Well, and saving your night here tonight and turning your season around, walking away with a third place here in race number 6. We're just past the halfway point in the regular season, so breaking into the podium for you could turn things around. So before we let you go here tonight and enjoy your third place finish, Harrison, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that 65? All right. Well, Harrison, again, man, congratulations on the third place podium here tonight. Hopefully, this will turn things around, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you at Talladega. All right, there you have it. That was the driver inside of the 65 machine, Harrison Sean Mitchell. Gonna walk away with the third spot here tonight. That's gonna bring us to the driver that walked away in second. This man right here on screen, the 71 of Todd McGregor, gonna finish second after leading a handful of laps. Let's see if we can't grab a few words with Todd. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy? Well, man, you led a ton of laps here through about the middle whole portion of the race. Fell short just at the end. How you feeling after a solid run, though? Well, I guess that's a good way to look at it. Well, you came into tonight's race. This was the first race past the halfway point in the regular season. 69 points out from the top spot. Finishing second here tonight. That should go a long way for your championship hopes. Uh, do you think after this little layoff, you think we may have a barn burner there at Talladega? Who do you think's going to take that one? I tell you what, I've got a pretty big head, so I've got a big hat. We can put all the drivers' names in. Absolutely, my man. Well, again, congratulations walking away with a second place here after leading a ton of laps. And with that being said, Todd, before we let you go, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that 71? All right. Well, we'll try to catch up with you after the holiday break. All right, there you have it. That was the driver inside of that 71 machine, and it looks like we may be having a few audio issues here, so we'll try to see if we've got that as well. If we can go ahead and make sure that's okay, we'll try to pull back in here to Kevin Burrows, your race winner here tonight. Looks like we do have a few of those problems possibly fixed out. We'll try to see. Let's see if we can catch in a word real quick with the 23 of Burrows. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy? I'm doing all right. Looks like we're having a little bit of audio troubles there. So bear with me 1 second, pal. Let's see if we can't get this fixed up. And let's see if we've got that thing rectified. Burrows, it's Dave. You got me? I gotcha. Now, I do believe we've got the sound on the stream as well. If not, we're going to have to look into that. But nonetheless, Kevin, after walking away with the pole here tonight, you kind of fell back there through the middle portion of the race. What was the strategy there?
A little bit more on the third set, but yeah, I really cooked it there on the first stint.
Well, walk us through those final, I believe it was about 20 laps or so, a hard battle between yourself and Todd McGregor, and then you were able to take that top spot. How tough was that, and did you think you could pull that pass off?
Todd's quick, and I got behind him, and I thought, well, if I can draft him for a little bit and conserve my tires, and then try to push on the last 5-10 laps or so and get around him, and because I knew coming out of 2, I could get a pretty good pretty good jump on him there. So I seen the opportunity and took it, and he me and him fought hard, which was fun. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, he's a good racer. Gives good respect when you're beside him. So it was a good time.
Well, Kevin, again, congratulations here tonight. Walking away with the top spot, three-peat for you now. 3 race wins in a row. You'll head off into the holiday season with a couple trophies in your back pocket. So before we let you go and celebrate the rest of the night, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that 23?
Yeah, I'd like to, again, thank the wife and the kids for letting me enjoy my hobby. Shout out to Andy Starcher, my teammate. He was sick today and wasn't able to make it, so I hope he's all well. And a big shout out to my neighbor Denny Moats. He's the one that got me into all this, so appreciate him too. And you, Dave, doing a great job, and we all appreciate you.
Well, we do appreciate the kind words there, bud, and we'll try to see if we can't catch up with you in, what's it going to be, 3 weeks when we hit the high banks at Talladega?
Yep. Hope to be back up in here with you.
All right, bud. Well, we'll try to catch up with you then.
All right, thank you.
There you go. There you have it. Final few parting words out of that driver inside of the 23 machine. Kevin Burrows going to take his 3rd race win on the season. And unfortunately, we did have some audio issues on our side. Looks like an update caused some things to go haywire with some mics and things of that nature. We do apologize about that, but as always, trying to do everything we can in the background. Fortunately enough, we found the wires and plugged them back in just in time to catch in some of the interview there with your race winner, Kevin Burrows. We'll try to catch back up with the drivers that finished in the podium spots, maybe pre-race when we hit Talladega Superspeedway. So look out for those pre-race interviews coming to you in 3 weeks. We'll catch back up with Sean Mitchell as well as Todd McGregor. So we do, again, apologize about that. But how about the race tonight, race fans? All 105 laps in the bag. All 105 laps. Green flag racing. 2, some drivers even 3 pit stops here tonight. What a run by everybody. And what a way to start off the week. What a way to set the bar here in the Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. And, well, race fans, that's just about it. That's just about all she wrote for us here in the production booth. And it does indeed sound like producers hitting the buttons in the background. So it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the top spot, Kevin Burrows going to take the pole and take his third checkered flag of the season. Todd McGregor going to finish back in second. Sean Mitchell will round out your podium drivers. Donald Bennett going to finish back in the fourth spot with Ethan Mokwa in the 11, rounding out your top five. The 51 of John McMillan Sr. going to slot home in sixth, while Lee Staples charges towards the front but falls just a little bit short. He'll finish inside the five in the seventh spot. Eighth place tonight goes to the 88 of Noah Owens, while Logan Hartman brings the 15 home in ninth, rounding out your top 10, the 10 of David Cameron. Larry Poling going to finish back in 11th. 12th place goes to Lee Campbell. Ryan Branchew with electric issues going to bring that six back behind pit wall, and Branchew finishes in 13th. The 76 of Ronald Brown, early race trouble here tonight. He'll finish 14th in the final spot here tonight, 72 laps down. Big tip of the cap. Thank you for your race control and admins here tonight. Gary Wells, Justin Gannon, Darren Clement pulling officiating duty here tonight in the Swift Motorsports race control booth. So we do want to say thank you and appreciate you to all three of those gentlemen here tonight. Not a lot for them to worry about. That's always a good thing. Heck of a race here tonight. Green flag from flag to flag here tonight. What a race it was. If you haven't already, race fans, join us in the push to 2,000 subscribers. While you're here, drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Join me in my quest to help my brother in broadcasting, Roger Muth. That's right, you can find the GoFundMe link right there down in the description of the video. Head on over there. Any and everything is much appreciated. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but any and everything is much appreciated. We appreciate each and every one of you, every one of the fans, friends, family joining us each and every Monday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. That's gonna do it from the booth. Darkside Dave gonna check out the cave, gonna come to a close, I'll tell you that much. And with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends. Until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.